amount, okay? But one thing you must know, okay, when you lend out this amount, it must be in the form of checks. It will not be hard cash, okay? Here you could see I'm using a very simple numerical example, okay? But in the real world, when you walk into the bank to get a loan, right, you lend out, which is equals to what we call a loan, it will not be 9,000, it could be right 90,000 or $9 million. So from here you can see, if it is lent out as checks, what will happen? You have to redeposit the money back into the banks. You cannot go into a shop with a check. You must deposit your check. So in other words, new deposits are created, therefore money supply grows. What is money supply? Money supply was C plus D. Your C, could you see, was still unchanged. Throughout the process, 90,000 was hard cash. 10,000 went in. The moment the banks lend out the 9,000, a new deposit is created, it goes into the bank. The bank again will set aside 10%, which is in this case $900. Then there will be a 8,100 loan out again. So that's why this is called a money creation process. Right, so banks have to lend out. So money can grow not through printing. Money grows through loans. So that was the traditional role of banks. Okay, but just to give you a little bit of insight, what triggered the financial meltdown in US and then it became contagion to Europe was nowadays banks with the excess reserves, they don't want to lend out because banks' loan interest rate is so competitive, they don't earn much. So instead, banks take our ER and they actually reinvest. Okay, but this reinvestment is high risk with high returns. Right? Banks are private institutions. Okay? Banks must make money. They have to pay huge salary to their bankers. So they cannot depend on your money you make from loans to pay a salary and profits. You can't. So that's why, alright, okay, since in fact year 2000 onwards, banks starts to switch focus. Okay, they are not so keen to give out loans already because the interest earned is not spectacular. Instead, they take our 9,000, imagine the amount would be 9,000 million, reinvest it. They will buy bonds, they will buy stocks and shares, they will invest in properties themselves. Right, but the problem is the moment, right, okay, they did a wrong investment, like the case of Lehman Brothers, the excess reserve will drop. And the banks will collapse. Because the moment you know the banks don't have 9,000, you quickly queue up in the bank to demand your 10,000. But how much does the bank have? Only 1,000. So government must come in to pay the 9,000 for you, on behalf of the bank. Alright, so government must readily rescue something. So this segment is not tested in your exam, but just to give you an idea, what